Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, and check out what we have today. This is a customer bike. It is also a Baxter Custom Works hot rod. Check that thing out. We call it the Badger. It's going to a new home now. It's really quite the bike. Y'all recognize what it is? What's under the skin there? It kind of looks like a, well, it's really an interesting thing. The tank looks like a Crocker. It's got the little itty bitty headlight. It's got these buckhorn bars. This amazing Zard pipe. Check out those tires. Adventure Trail. 804 in the front. I suppose it's an 805 in the back. It's got mags. Great big 320 millimeter disc on the front there with a dual piston bi-brake caliper. On the back it's a 300 millimeter disc with a dual piston bi-brake caliper. Check that out, huh? Nifty bob fender right there. These are tie downs for bungees, not for like transportation, but you know, look at that whole back end. Isn't that just a beautiful thing? Big old solo seat, metal tail light, little tiny blinkers hidden back there. Very good looking motorcycle. Like I said, the Crocker paint job on the tank, mirrors, buckhorn bars, barrel grips, just, it's got it all. The wide foot pegs, just a real beauty of a machine. I suppose that's where you put your cell phone, huh? Magnetic bag. Rolling around this way, let's see what we spot. Hey, the fender's gone. We've got a brace right here. There is a crash plate right down there. I like it. I like it. The bike is a 648cc, air-cooled, oil-cooled, parallel twin with a single overhead cam, 4-valve per cylinder, fuel injected, of course. Puts out about 47 horsepower, about 39 foot-pounds of torque. That's about 52 or 3 Newton meters. This one might be a little more because of the pipe. Over here is the it's got a 6-speed transmission, and I've got a, this is started life as a Super Meteor, and I've got a Super Meteor with these foot pegs and the transmission. They work very well. That's a very good engine transmission combination. They really jazzed it up though, didn't they? Up front here we've got these upside down forks. They're 43 millimeter. I think there's 4.4 inches of travel there, about 109 millimeters. On the rear, I think it's 3.5 or 4 inches of travel on the rear with a dual shock system. That'd be 109 to 120 millimeters, depending on what the number is. Good looking bike, good looking bike. You know what? I think it's time for me to gear up and we'll take that little hot rod for a ride. Wahoo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's that Zard pipe. Boy, that sounds good. We are in America on a Royal Enfield that was a British brand that is now made in India and now sports a Zard pipe made in Italy. I like it. I like it. Hey, let's go through Exhaust Pipe Alley with it. Beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. Hot rod for sure, huh? What a grin, what a grin. Let's see what this thing does for the old spin test here. Me gusta mucho. Very good. Great feel on the clutch. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Smooth shifting. Absolutely. Boy, does this thing pop. I like it. I like it a lot. Wow. This is a customer bike now, so I gotta take it a little easy on it, you know. Yeah, those mirrors kind of work. They work okay if you know how to use them. We'll do our little figure 8 right here. See if there's anybody behind us. This thing has a 59-inch wheelbase, I believe, in stock form. That's about 1,500 millimeters. Look at that, huh? Look at all that gravel right there, by golly. Now listen to this. Very smooth. What a bike, what a bike. Over yonder, just above that house, are a whole mess of Bigfoots. That's Bigfoot Hill, we call that. I'm just going to point out that this pipe gets your leg a little warm on the right side. Welcome to South Marnie. This thing turns on a dime, gives you 2 nickels change. It's not the tightest turning thing, but it does have a 59-inch wheelbase, you know. These things have wonderful brakes. I have a Super Meteor myself. That's what this thing started out as. And that 320mm disc on the front and that 300 on the back, with both sporting dual vibri calipers, dual piston vibri calipers. They're just fabulous brakes on these things. The front suspension in particular is a Showa upside down fork system, 43mm tubes, I think I said, with a 109mm, 120mm of travel, 4.3, 4.4 inches. Hey, let's do our hill spin test right here. Boy, this thing just sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Look at that, look at that. It takes a little more room than usual. Next time you're in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, make sure you stop over here at the Derailed Grill right there. Try their ever famous Wahoo burger, by golly. Well, it will spin the tire on pavement. You know, it's got those big old knobbies on there. So I suppose they have the best for traction on this kind of stuff. Boy, the pipe is singing a song like you just wouldn't believe how good that sounds. Zard always makes the best sounding pipes. I'm very impressed with this. Very impressed with this. Seating position, with these bars, I am sitting forward on this one. Usually you sit back on a Meteor. I'm leaning forward a little more than you'd think. My knees and my hips are about the same height. My heels are ahead of my knees. I've got the forward controls. That's not a problem. Some people have a problem with that, but just take one for a ride and try to get used to it. They work very well once you're used to it. I'm actually riding my Super Meteor today. They are easy to push out of the garage, a little weighty. I think they're 530 pounds, 240 kilograms in stock form. This one certainly would be lighter. That is Motorcycle Park down yonder. On these kind of roads, it's a blast. And on gravel, I've not had this on gravel, but I would love to take this on gravel if I could get permission for that. Oh yeah, spins like a dream, spins like a dream. No problems there for sure. Loads of torque. Get it on 2-lane blacktop. I have had it on that. Lots of fun. You're out in the wind on this. There's no front protection at all. I've got a windscreen on mine. What a fun motorcycle. What an absolute hoot of a bike. The guy that bought this is a real character. Heck of a good guy. But, you know, he's been known to decide at 1 p.m. in the afternoon to ride across the state of Nebraska to get himself to Colorado. Let's take a look here in the mirror and see what we can learn. Okay, the Badger has a 29-inch seat in stock form. Can I flat foot? Just, I would say just barely flat footing right there. Boy, that's a warm pipe. Look at that tank. Look at the front end there with that fork brace, no fender, little tiny headlight. Isn't that beautiful? I love the rear end too. Look at that. Isn't that sharp? Big beefy tire. Looks like it's ready to just tear things up, doesn't it? The tank is amazing. I love the tank. Beautiful bike. Beautiful bike. I think it's 29.1 inch in stock form, the seat. I think that's 740 millimeters, if I remember correctly. What a grin of a bike, huh? What a grin of a bike. It's a beautiful thing. Baxter Custom Works built this bike. They as soon as the Meteors came out, I think one of the first ones they got, they took a hacksaw to it and, you know, started doing all this kind of stuff. Sent away for the tank, you know, had the paint shop get this done for us. Just a beautiful work. They do all kinds of good stuff there. Go to BaxterCycle.com, click on the Baxter Custom Works bike. You can see a whole slew of bikes. Most of them are sold. I think there's only 2 or 3 that aren't. But quite an interesting collection of what they can do for y'all. Very well done products. See if we got any traffic back here. Look how well this turns, huh? Now, if you're all in the market for a new or used Royal Enfield, Triumph, classic British bike of any type, or a Baxter Custom Works bike like this one, get yourself over here to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Exit 51 on I-80, Interstate 80 here in Iowa. Those guys can help you out. They've got gear, things, doodads, thingamajigs, gloves, coats, jackets, boots. They even have socks and underwear, by golly. Those guys can help you out. Go to BaxterCycle.com. Make sure you tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now it's a beautiful day here. It's a beautiful day, and I'm going to go ride another motorcycle, but listen to this. Get yourselves out there and ride, my friends. Wahoo! Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go. Beautiful, beautiful machine. Turn the radio on. 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 Turn the radio on.